Good evening, good evening. What's going on, everybody? This is Leonard Miles, aka 2 Degrees in the CDL, coming live from Asheboro, North Carolina. Um, just creating this video tonight, just to talk about a particular subject before I go ahead and give me some rest before I head back to Columbus in the morning. I had a young lady who commented on one of my videos when I was talking about CDL school in the state of Georgia. And she had asked, do I have any videos in regards to, women in trucking? And I told her I would create a video because it definitely is important, because women are in this industry, and you got some women out here that are crushing it. So shout out to all those women, who are out here, killing the game in trucking, man. I definitely salute you. I don't look at you any type of way. She's a she's a woman driver. Now you a trucker. Yeah, you're a woman who drives trucks, but you're a trucker. So I salute you. You went through the CDL school process just like I did. Either before me or after me. There's some women in the industry, that's been in the game for a very long time. So hey, man, I salute it all the way around. But I do want to talk about, some things, like I said, that a young lady had asked me about, what it will take for you not only to remain in this industry, but to be successful in this industry. So a lot of the basics, a lot of stuff that applies to the men applies to the women as well. Do your job. First and foremost, you have a job to do. Do your job. Whatever industry you get in, whatever niche you get into, you will be expected, to do your job to the utmost ability. And, I've seen males out there, they've had to ask other truckers for help, and other truckers may help. If you're a woman, if you need some help out there, don't be afraid, to ask for help. But nobody's going to do your job for you. So, it's equal when it comes to, that, like I said, making sure that you do your job. You have a job to do. Make sure you show up on time, for your loads. Make sure you show up on time when it's time to get unloaded. When it comes to that aspect right there, the basics, make sure you just show up for work. Make sure you do what's in, your job description. That's how you get judged in trucking, doing what's in your job description. Do your job. First and foremost, before anything, do your job. I'm expected to do my job, and if I don't, I get reprimanded. As a woman, if you don't do your job, when it comes out here, being a trucker, you're gonna get reprimanded as well. So it's equal when it comes to the basics. Now it does change, when it comes to some challenges, because there are, more challenges in this industry for women than there is men. I've been doing some research, and I'm actually going to read a few articles, and I'm going to tag these articles. I'm going to drop the links, in the video as well. But I'm going to read this article to you, and this is called simplytrucktax.com. And they have a blog where it's called Exploring the Life of a Female Trucker, Challenges and Triumphs. And I'm gonna read probably about 2 or 3 of these. Okay. Being a truck driver is known to be demanding and challenging profession, but for women in the industry, the obstacles are even greater. The life of a female trucker is filled with unique challenges and triumphs that are worth exploring. One of the biggest challenges that female truckers face is a lack of representation and acceptance in a predominantly male-dominated field. Stereotypes and prejudice are not uncommon, with some people making assumptions about a woman's ability to handle the physically demanding job. However, men and women have been breaking these barriers and proving their skills as truck drivers. Let's stop right there. Number one, it is a male-dominated industry. Trucking is a male-dominated industry. The percentages as far as women in trucking, I mean, the number has grown, but it's still not a lot compared to what men, the men being in trucking, and that's okay. Like I said, that's okay. Like I said, don't be afraid to get yourself into this industry. Like I said, whatever the males are doing, you can do as well. I've seen it. I've seen female truckers, flatbeds, they tarping, they strapping, they doing all that. Do not think that you can't do it. I've seen women even help out some guys, man, who don't even know what they doing out here. Like, trust me, like, women are out here doing it as well. And like I say, you women, y'all can do this as well. If I need some help in that, like I say, if it's a female trucker who's willing to help me, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask anybody who's willing to help me, male or female, period. So don't think because you're a woman that you can't be successful in this industry. You definitely can. Like they said before, the stereotypes and prejudice are not uncommon. Like, you're gonna have people, you're gonna have some guys, you're gonna have some companies that think, pretty lady, you don't need to be out here driving. What you get your CDL for? You need to be a dispatcher. You didn't go to school to be a dispatcher. You went to school to be a trucker. Matter of fact, you passed your CDL exam before some of the males did. Some of them other males had to take it 2 or 3 times. So, hey, you got your CDL just like everybody else did. You earned it. So, like I said, those prejudices, like the prejudice, stereotypes, they happen, like I said, because they look at you as a weak vessel. And like I say, women are naturally, weaker than men. I'm not saying, I'm just saying that's just, what it is, But we have women drivers with BVS, and they get their hands dirty. They do the work. They load up their own stuff. They unload their own stuff. Like, it can be done. Like, don't think because you're a woman that you can't handle the physical demands of the job. Just like men need to be in shape, I recommend that for women as well. You need to be in shape as well. You need to be fit for duty. You got to be fit for duty. Like I said, you got your CDL and you earned it. You got to have that mindset coming in that I know that this is a male-dominated industry, and that's okay. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do my job. I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm not going to let any barriers get in my way. All right, let's continue to read. Safety is another major concern for female truckers. Working long hours on the road and spending nights in unfamiliar places can make them vulnerable to various dangers. Female truckers often take extra precautions, such as avoiding isolated rest stops and always being aware of their surroundings. Despite these challenges, many female truckers have triumphed over adversity, taking charge of their safety, and successfully navigating through their journeys. That's the biggest thing for women as well. Like I said before, the safety piece. Some of these men out here, and like I said, some men truckers as well. You got some solid truckers, that are out here, and like I said, you got some people, you just don't know. Like I said, some truckers out here, they smile in your face, but hey, I'm not gonna go into detail as far as, all that, but we've seen some videos where, some truckers were spazzing out and stuff like that, man. So, being aware of your surroundings is definitely key. Making sure that you, if you can, carry protection, while you're on the road, like I said, traveling to places where, you're not isolated, just like the article says, like, because it's dangerous out here on this road, like I said, it's dangerous out here on this road. Like I said, you're working the long hours, like just like guys are as well. Like you're working those long hours, you know, all types of night. Be cognizant of where you at. Know your surroundings. The more aware you are, the better. So definitely make sure that you're not in any place where you could be compromised. Okay, let me continue with the article. Balancing work and personal life is another hurdle that female truckers face. Being on the road for extended periods can be emotionally challenging, especially for those with families. Maintaining relationships and finding ways to stay connected with loved ones can be difficult but rewarding when achieved. So, with that, the work-life balance, a lot of women truckers that I've seen get into the industry are a little bit older. So with that, they have kids that are self-sufficient, maybe in high school, and they have family support back at home. But I've also seen women drivers bring their kids out on the road with them. I've seen some homeschool their kids. I've had conversations with those who've had their kids homeschooled while in the truck. So it can be done. If you could find local work, that's great. Being able to find local work coming out of CDL school, whether you're male or female, it could be a challenge, especially depending on your location. Not saying that it can't be done, but it can be a challenge. So don't be surprised if you starting out over the road for a certain amount of time before you're able to build that experience to find something locally. So just keep that in mind. Like I always said before, this industry is not for everybody. The work-life balance is definitely tough. So yeah, just make sure that when you get into this industry, be looking around your areas, to see if they have any local positions, and you may look up. All right, let's continue to read. Okay, where are we at? All right. Despite these challenges, there are also many triumphs that come with being a female trucker. The feeling of independence and self-reliance that comes from being able to navigate the open road is incredibly empowering. Many women find a sense of freedom, adventure, and personal growth in their trucking careers. It's a rewarding industry. It's a rewarding industry for a lot of women. Like I said before, in the male-dominated, field, knowing that, hey, I'm able to hold my own. I'm able to get out here and drive with the best of them, and be, cautious and, just doing everything that I need to do, to be successful. So, being able to, like I said, look yourself in the mirror, and know that, hey, like, I'm a role model to, any young lady, who wants to be a trucker. Like, hey, like, I've been doing it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And look at the success that I've built over this time. I have my own trucks, I have my own drivers, and be able to, show other young ladies, like, hey, like, this is a male-dominated industry, but women are here too. We have, the ability to step in and, be right there with them. So yeah, like I said, I can definitely see, where it's rewarding. It's definitely rewarding. Okay, let's continue with the article. Moreover, female truckers are building a supportive community amongst themselves. Through social media groups, forums, and organizations, they share advice, encouragement, and support. This network allows them to connect with others who understand their unique experiences and challenges. What's better than the support from your peers? So getting into those support groups, that they have for women truckers. I think I've seen stuff called Women in Trucking. I believe that's a YouTube channel if I'm not mistaken. But look for those groups. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, life is about people. Life is about community. Get yourself into a healthy trucking community of women first and foremost, because that's the, like I said, you wanna have the relatability. Not to say that you can't have any co-ed type of groups, but you definitely want to get into those gender specific groups, when it comes to trucking. So look for some women groups that you can get in on Facebook, Instagram, what they have, Twitter, TikTok. I'm not really sure. Like I said, the only social media platform that I'm on right now is just YouTube, but I know that they have some women groups, specifically for women truckers. So definitely get in those groups, and just collaborate with each other, and you'll just be able to, to collab and get tips from seasoned female truckers, that have been out here, that have experienced the same things that you're facing now. So definitely look for those groups. Those will definitely be helpful. All right, and it says overall, the life of a female trucker is filled with both challenges and triumphs. While they face prejudice, safety concerns, and work-life balance issues, men and women have found empowerment, independence, and a sense of community in the trucking industry. Their resilience and determination deserve recognition as they continue to break down barriers and pave the way for future generations of female truckers. Just like I said before, create your own destiny when it comes to this trucking industry. What's your end goal when it comes to trucking? You can be an owner operator just like males are. You can run some of these trucking companies just like males are. Like I said, nothing says just because you're a woman that you can't fill those roles. Just because men are on those roles is because men are probably the only ones that apply. And not to say that women don't apply, but apply more. Do your job effectively, be willing to learn, but you have a place in this industry. I've seen it. I said, there's women truckers that have been in this industry longer than I've been alive. They're out here killing it. They're out here crushing it. Do not be afraid to take that step. And I will also say the biggest thing that I've seen that I would definitely discourage, is dress professionally. Dress professionally. Like, you're out here on this road, definitely want to be comfortable, but you want to dress for success as well. We've seen, videos of some truckers that's, let's just be honest, some provocative wear. You're showing, you're showing everything. You're showing everything. And I mean, all that does is grab attention, and sometimes, it can be unwanted attention that you're not expecting. Sexual harassment, it happens out here. And it's not right at all. So definitely report it, But at the same time, know where you're at. You're already gonna get compliments anyway because you're a woman driver. Don't enhance it by wearing things that are provocative. You don't want that type of attention. You got wolves out here. You got people out here who do not care. They see you hopping out that truck, everything is skin tight and they can see everything, they're gonna catcall, they're gonna do whatever, is necessary. And I also saw something where a lot of, sexual harassment goes unreported because, a lot of women feel like nothing is going to happen by them saying anything. There's all type of groups that you women can get in, in order to, voice your opinions, when you're out here on this road. Don't want anybody to be a victim out here. So, I would definitely say that's an important thing as well. Dress for success, dress appropriately, dress comfortably. but a lot of provocative wear, you know, like if you, I don't even want to get into that, but we should know what that means. You know, just be conscious of what you're wearing. You don't want to attract the wrong attention. You know, like I said before, you're already going to get, you know, compliments and even judged by some males because you're out here, you know, and they feel like you don't belong. I don't feel like that, but you got some male truckers who feel like women have no place in this industry. You all have been crushing the industry for a very long time, so keep doing what you're doing, but definitely with the appearance and what you're wearing, you know, just definitely keep that in mind, because you know you got some truckers out here who, like, hey, like, they see what you got and they want it, so definitely be careful about that and what you're wearing. But yeah, that's all that I have for this evening. I just want to just cover the basis of those particular talking points. Like I said before, I will share the link to this article in the description. But yeah, if y'all would like for me to continue to talk about this subject, let me know. If you all know any female truck drivers, you know, tag them, you know, in the comments, or share this video with them. Like I said, you know, I'm new to trucking still, you know, 9 months in, but one thing I know, you know, in life is like, hey, like, we all have challenges, you know. Definitely, you know, the female truckers, you know, you all have challenges, you know, that are definitely astronomical, but that does not mean that you can't be successful in this industry. It's definitely being done. So continue to dominate like you all have been doing. And this is Leonard Miles, aka 2 Degrees in the CDL, and I'm out.